Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. We're just going to give people a minute or so to get online here, and then we will start chatting with Kylea. And we are here with our newest puppies, the PADS Horse Colors litter. So you heard it here first. That is the theme of this litter, and in a minute or two, we will introduce them all to you, and you will find out what all of their names are. So welcome, Sarah and Heather. So Kylea, I'm going to start with the question I always start with. Tell us how it came to be that you are part of the PADS family.
I initially heard of PADS through an old colleague of mine, a fellow nurse at VGH, and she had been raising a dog. And it seemed like a great opportunity to introduce a dog temporary family member with my then boyfriend, who became my husband. The thing I liked most about it was that I have very high standards when it comes to, training a dog and what a dog is in terms of a family member. And instead of me being the nag telling Chris how things should be done, basically PADS just set the bar for us. So it was perfect.
That's awesome. And so you have been with PADS for quite a while. So tell us a little bit about your history and who currently shares your household. There's a little spoiler alert.
Sure. We initially got involved just over 11 years ago, and we raised a little yellow Labrador boy named Elton. He was brought up from California, and we raised Elton for a couple of years. Unfortunately, fortunately, depending how you want to spin it, he was released for medical reasons. He's got allergies. And so we adopted him and welcomed him into our home. And we took a little bit of time off after that, and then got back into the PADS swing of things with a dog named Kurtz, who is now working out in Ontario.
And now you have the very sweet Nala in your home to host this litter. And so we've got a bunch of people watching. Hello, everybody who has just joined us. We're here with Kylea and Nala. So first time breeder caretaker, first time mom signing in here. And this is our horse colors litter. And so Kylea, I'm going to let you introduce these guys. I know they're all eating right now, so maybe we can just talk about what their collar color is and their coat color.
Sure.
And maybe later in the video, we can get a closer look at them. But I know people are sure to want to know their names because I've been.
Well, there's a couple that aren't eating right now, so I can introduce those guys. Little Miss Purple over here was the first to be born. And so, like cream of the crop, she rose to the top first. So this is Cremello.
Oh.
Little squawker. She
and lives up to her name of that color too.
Yes, exactly. And then this little sucker, she's little, and we've been watching her weight gain closely. She's doing well, but just not as robust as the rest of them. This is Pearl. Pearl has a little pretty blue collar on.
Oh, she's beautiful.
And then this big boy,
Hunka.
he normally has a black collar, but that fell off. So he's sporting pink today. This is Roan. Roan was actually born on the lawn, which I think is probably good luck to have one puppy that's born outside.
Oh, yes. We have a few mamas like that are convinced that all of their puppies should be born in the wild. Nature girls. Oh, and I think Kylea has frozen on us. So she was having a little bit of internet issues earlier, but was very quick to kind of get back in there. So just give us a minute here and hopefully she will unfreeze. For those of you that are watching, if you have any questions or anything you want to know about these puppies, feel free. If you're following us on Zoom, you're dialed in on Zoom, you can ask a question by clicking on the Q&A button. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can ask a question by posting in the comments. So, and it looks like we got Kylie back. So I'm just going to feature her so that you can see the puppies again. Hey, Kylie. Oh, you're muted. Kylie, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
I sure can. Okay.
All right.
So this wee little black baby.
Wee little black girl wearing white. Her name is Sorrel. And she has lots to say most of the time.
Oh, she's adorable.
The rest of the crew is currently eating, so I'll introduce them, and then if they pop off, I can show them. So we have a little black female. She's wearing yellow. She's at the very end. And that is Sable. Sable the second. Next to her, I think that's the squeaky one right now. That is Pinto. Pinto was the last to be born and needed a little extra poking and prodding. So we gave her a little bit of a spicy name with a nice bright red collar.
Nice.
The current chonk monkey, our heaviest girl, her heaviest puppy, is this little fat tush there. And that's Dapple. If you saw the video that I posted yesterday of the puppy nursing on Nala's toe, that was Dapple.
Oh my goodness.
And then the gray collar, the yellow puppy that's trying to sort of poke on top, that's Pal for Palomino. So he's Pal the second. And then I think the last to introduce is the black with the orange collar. And that's Bay, my little Bay boy.
Nice.
I think that is the lot.
I think that's everybody. And so to answer, there was a question about how many puppies. There's 9 puppies in this litter. And so this is a litter that is definitely on the larger size for us. Most of our litters average between 6 and 7 puppies. So Kylie has her hands full. So tell us who the dad of this litter is.
Yeah. So Nala, she was actually from, I think she's from Southeastern Guide Dogs. So she's an import girl for us. And she brings some really good genetics to Pads. And she was bred to one of Pad's bred dogs, a really handsome yellow male named Cleat from the Boats Part litter.
Nice. And Jessica's asking, how are you finding being a first-time breeder caretaker to a larger litter? Any tips for future caretakers?
So far, the biggest thing is just sleep, which I think any new mom can deal with, right? Like they appreciate that issue. Nala has thankfully made our job fairly easy. She really took to motherhood quite quickly. The first day she wasn't super impressed with the fact that she actually had to clean up their poop as well as their peep. So I was in charge of that for the first day, but she has picked up all of the jobs really easily. So far it's been okay, but I know that just gets a little bit more exciting as time goes on and the puppies grow up. So I don't have any tips just yet.
Well, I'll give you one. Sleep when the puppies sleep.
Yes.
It's so tempting to be like, and laundry. But all the things have to get done. But yeah, resting. It applies to humans and to puppies. So when mom and puppies are resting, getting a few Z's in is good. So we appreciate you coming on today and adding this to your schedule. And what made you decide to try breeder caretaking? That was a switch for you from puppy raising. And I know that you've often helped with our advanced dogs as well.
Yeah, it was something that even when Chris and I started with pads, it was something that we had talked about. At the time, though, with both of us working full time, I mean, it was just not a feasible option. I am now working part time, and so that opens a lot more, options for us. And so with my schedule, I work exclusively night shifts, and that works well so that when I'm at work, Chris is home, and when Chris is at work, I'm home, so we can tag team each other. So when we said goodbye to our last dog, the very, very lovely Maya, who I think is on with her person Taylor. So hello, Taylor. Chris and I sort of revisited what we wanted to do within pads, and we thought that this would be a good opportunity to try the breeder caretaker role. We've done the older dogs most often, and so this switched it up to the other end of the spectrum to see, where does it all start?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a great opportunity, and and I love that, with our program right now, there is the option. So I know, with Nala, she's coming in with you for kind of a trial for this litter and kind of see how it goes, if it's a good fit for the two of you. But our program is always growing, so there's a lot of very different roles available. I'm laughing because Tiff said she peer pressured you into it. There may be a tiny grain of truth to that too, but Meredith is asking, how is Elton doing with all the littles around? What does he think of all this?
He's actually, typical Elton. He does the like creepy boy stare from afar. But he hasn't.
Oh, I think we lost you again. Sorry, everyone. Thanks for your patience. We're just, I guess Kylie is having some connection issues today. So hopefully she will be back here momentarily. In the meantime, you have a picture of really cute puppies. Maya is awesome, Taylor. So for those of you that are watching on Zoom and on Facebook, if you have any questions, post them in the comments. If you've just jumped on, I see that our numbers have gone up drastically since I last said this. We're here sort of with Kylia and Nala. So first time breeder caretaker and first time breeding dog, with her litter of 9 puppies who are the horse colors litter. So they're all named after horse coat colors. So if you have questions, feel free to pop them into the Q&A or the comment section of Facebook. And it looks like Kylie is just coming back in here. So. And yes, Jessica, we were just holding off on the post. We have all the photos and stuff now. It should be going up within the next hour or so with all of their names. So.
Sorry.
No problem.
Internet troubles.
So, so we were talking about Elton, who's doing the, creeper boy stare from afar.
Creeper boy stare, yeah. And thankfully, he doesn't get too fussed by stuff. So because he's not interacting with the puppies at this point, we can still take him out for little walks. So his life hasn't changed. We just give his feet a good wash when we come back into the house. The cat, thankfully, also has been behaving because he can be a little bit of a turd at times. Yeah. And so it's been okay so far.
Excellent. And Nala looks like she has just eased right into motherhood here. And
she's a champ. Yeah.
She's doing fantastic. So Tiff is asking, can we take bets on whether Kylie will try to raise one of these gems? I think that might be an easy win, easy bet. I don't know. Anyway, well, anything else you want to share about these guys? I know you said at the beginning you don't know if they're loud or quiet or what's normal because this is your first litter.
Yeah.
And so that will come in time. They're definitely an active bunch. They're kind of fun. I
Well,
love
it seems like with 9 of them, you kind of said, you hinted earlier, sleep when puppies sleep. There's not very many times where all 9 are asleep, so that makes things a little difficult.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. So,
So they tend to do a lot of squawking, but that's puppies.
yeah. Well, the squawking is pretty normal at this age. They're learning how to use their pipes and all that good stuff. Jessica wants to know, do you have a favorite yet? Hmm.
I mean, there's some that sort of, you kind of like for whatever reason. But it's based on nothing at this point. So you kind of like them all for different reasons. So I'd have to say no.
Well, and it's funny because they do as the litter changes, and it's so funny because I there was always one that was like, I want to cuddle with you, right? Like there was the one that was more like as they got older, that was kind of like more solicitous of you. And I found that, I just tended to know that puppy better because the puppy was always seeking me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always interesting. But I also like the strong silent types. The thing
Yeah.
that happens in litters is there's always a very similar cast of characters in a litter. Like there's always
Yeah.
the loud one, and there's always the one that feels the need to go wake everybody else up when they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so who is this?
So this is Bay. So he has a teeny tiny, like few little white hairs on his chest. He does have a little bit of white on his feet, and he
Right.
tends to stick his tongue out a lot.
Which, I mean, let's be honest, that's pretty adorable, Bay.
Yeah.
Would you be cuter if you tried? I don't think so.
Yeah. And then my other black, Sable, well, I have 3, but Sable also has a little bit of white on her. Not to be outdone by Bay. So she also has the little white feet and then a teeny tiny white chest.
Oh, that's so cute.
So she was the one that was on the picture in the wagon.
Does she have milk
Completely.
on her face, or does she have a white spot? Oh no, that's her tongue. Never mind.
Yeah.
Some of them have a little white spot on their chin there too, like on their lower lip. But
Yeah. Cool.
and these guys were born on Friday, right?
On Thursday. They were born on April Fool's.
Early, no less.
They were due in, yeah, they were supposed to be due on Saturday. But they came 2 days early, which actually, from my point of view, was really great, because if they hadn't been born till Saturday or Sunday, I feel like I would have got bombarded by a million texts on just how are things going.
Yeah.
And so they kind of jumped the gun and surprised everyone.
Yeah. And I apologize. I forgot to put the puppies back on Spotlight when you dialed back on. So I apologize, everyone, for when I talk, it was cutting away to me. Thank you, Jessica, for letting me know. So these guys are now, I'm like doing the math there. So they were Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. So they're 5 days old, 6 days old, almost
5 days old. Yeah.
Yeah. And so for those of you watching, it's actually quite uncommon for litters not to be born on their due date. It's not like people where there's kind of wild variation of days or weeks, like where you have a due date. Maybe part of that is just it's a shorter gestation, but I would say usually our girls have their puppies, within 24 hours either side of their due date. So this was a little bit out of the norm, but it happens. So, but and Tiff says, plus you'll have extra days with them before you have to go back to work. So yeah, to have that long weekend, right? So
yeah, which is also nice to have Chris around for the weekend to sort of get the hang of things and get a bit of a routine.
Yeah,
I have yet to figure out the trick for puppy nails, though. It is really, really hard to do squirmy little feet.
The trick that I like at this age when they're teeny tiny like this is just like a little nail file. just to get rid of those sharp edges for
Mm,
mom, and just kind of running like an emery board over them. And yeah, they are very teeny. So or you can use like teeny tiny little cat nail clippers that are wee. So, but yeah, it'll get easier. It's so funny too, because their nails are so they grow so quickly at this age. People may not realize that, but they're kind of like baby. Well, I mean, they are babies, but like human babies, where their nails just grow and grow and grow, like much faster than you would see on an adult. So, and keeping them nice and smooth so mom doesn't get all scratched up when they're nursing. So, um, Corrine is asking, how did you come up with the name theme? What was the inspiration for the horse colors? Oh dear, did we freeze again? Sorry, everybody, this is a tough one today. Gotta love internet. That's a great idea. Dorothy's just saying she likes to use the human nail clippers when they're still tiny. So, Corrine will ask the rest of your question, but while I'm waiting for Kylia to come back on, I can answer some of your question. Are there challenges with such a large litter? It really depends. I know some of the larger litters, um, the mums, like if you have a litter of like 11 or 12, that there's not enough nipples for the puppies to all nurse at the same time. So they have to kind of rotate in shifts. And so, but with a litter this size, with the 9, that shouldn't be an issue. It is for sure draining on mom. So mom is having to feed all those extra mouths. So it's drawing resources from her. So we make sure that mom gets as much food as she needs to maintain her body weight and produce all the milk for the puppies. So we will, for those of you that have just tuned in, because I've noticed some new people dialing in, it is not just me, the puppies will be back. Kylie is having some internet issues here. So hopefully she'll be back on shortly with the adorable puppies for you to look at. And I will repeat the names here momentarily. So give me 1 second and I'll just pull them up. So this litter is our horse colors litter. And so there's 9 puppies, and their names are, so the females are Dapple, Pinto, Sorrel, Sable, Cremello, and Pearl. And then the boys are Roan, Bay, and Pal too, and Pal is for Palomino. So that that is our 9 puppies. So and yes, Jessica, I've heard from other people in Coquitlam that there's something going on with the internet there. So oh, and she's back. All right, we will. So we have just, while we were waiting for you to come back on, Kylie,
yeah.
just talking about some of the challenges of having a larger litter.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping mom fed so that she can keep up with nursing all these little babies.
Yeah. So Nala is now eating 10 cups of kibble a day.
Well, that is good. She's going to need all of it. So
yeah,
any of our puppies in training that are listening, close your ears, because 10 cups of food is
a week's worth.
And so I think them, like, they can go up to, and correct me if I'm wrong here because I haven't looked at the manual in a long time, it's up to 6 times their pre-pregnancy kind of ration, whatever that is. So most of our adult dogs eat between 2 and 3 cups of food a day. So 10 cups gives you a bit of a sense of how many calories she is burning feeding these little ones. So with a large litter, their need for food is larger. And yeah, and so sometimes we will even, with a large litter, if mom's having trouble keeping up, We will even just free feed them and let them eat as much as they want, which is something you'll almost never do with a Labrador because they tend to pack on weight really quickly. So, um, so Jessica's asking, does it correlate to how many puppies, like 1 cup per puppy? And I'm going to answer that one and say no. So at one point, Cadence with her large litter of 10 was eating like 25, 26 cups of food a day.
Oh my gosh.
And there is a breaking point. We had to switch her diet because there is a point at which the body stops processing, like it's too much food for them to process nutrients from. So we had to switch her to something that was a little more calorie dense because it was just basically just she was continuously eating, but she was still losing weight even with that volume. So yeah, so every dog is an individual, particularly our breeding dogs, and that's part of what I love about our program is our vets and our breeding staff are very, very good about just getting each girl what she needs to be successful with her litter. So yeah, so it will vary, and like dogs, so you can have 2 dogs that weigh 50 pounds and one needs to eat 3 cups a day and the other one only eats 1.5 cups because of their metabolism or whatever it is. So each dog is an individual and we treat them as such. So I'm going to go back because there was a question you were starting to answer. Oh, where did the idea for the litter theme come from, Kylia?
I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I mean, leading up to even starting the breeder caretaker role, you sort of imagine lists and lists, and I have all kinds of lists of names. And this list wasn't actually on my radar until recently. And then I hadn't settled on anything because they sort of suggest, don't get your heart set on a certain idea, i.e. Posey's flower litter, because when they all come out boys, that sort of changes things. So I had no idea going into it. When Emma was here and they were, April Fools, we were sort of thinking of going with that theme. But Nav cleverly pranked everybody and got it. And so I like horses, and I kind of liked that these were unique, not typical names that you're going to hear a whole lot. And I just liked it.
Yeah. And I think the other thing too with a large litter that's hard is I know because I had 3 large litters, is that often the theme that you really like doesn't have enough male and female names for as many puppies. So there's some themes where there might be 4 or 5 really great names, and then you're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel to get 9. And so I think you did really well with this one because there was a lot of really great options. I saw the full list before the final list, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of names in this theme that are really great for dog names. So Monette is just asking, what is the piping? So it's not for heating. It's just PVC pipe, so it's hollow. It doesn't have anything in it. And it's just there so that when mom lies down, if a puppy is up against the side, it keeps her from crushing the puppy. The puppy will slip underneath it. So it's just big enough for the puppies to slide underneath. And then if mom lies down, nobody's going to get squished. So they're called pig rails. Originally, they were used in pig pens for the same reason, but it's just a way to protect the puppies. So, and then Jane Ann says, and Cleet is the size of a horse. So that is true. I expect some of these puppies will be large like their papa. So, okay, we're getting close to time here. So if there's any last minute questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'm just scrolling through to see if I missed anything here while we were offline. No, I think I got everything. Anything else you want to add, Kylie? Anything you want to share about these little guys before we sign off?
Not so much. I mean, the interesting thing is yesterday was a real sort of turnaround day for Nala. Because initially you could not get her to leave the pen. And so meals, like she wasn't coming out to eat, she wasn't coming out to drink, she was like glued to the pen. And so I, like a nice little hostess, brought her all of her food and all of her water, and then had to drag her out to go pee. And then yesterday, all of a sudden, I go to take Elton out for a walk, and Nala hops down the stairs and is ready to go. And so it's nice to see that she's comfortable where she can now leave the pen, and we go and we sit outside on the deck for a little bit, and she'll come and lie outside with us while we're watching TV. So it's kind of like she knows, like that initial few days she had to be here all the time. And I mean, I'm sure hormones dictate that.
Yeah.
And now she's, a little bit more free in what she can do.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, it's very common in the first 2-3 days for moms just to be like, nope, they need me 100% of the time, very much like human babies and human people. That those first few days are just, bonding and just resting and being close and stuff. So, and that will shift and evolve as these puppies grow. So as the puppies start to get bigger and more active and they grow teeth, mom, start spending less and less time with them, and they start interacting more and more with each other. So hopefully Kylie will be up for another update once these guys grow a little bit, and you'll be able to kind of see that down the road. And Tiff wants to know how much you'll miss these guys when you're on your night shifts. Are you going to set up cameras so you can creep them when you're at work? I'm like, Tiff is asking for a friend. Clearly, she hasn't planned this. Oh dear. And I think we lost Kylie again. We'll see if she comes back. All right. Well, Kylie will have to go on to the comments on Facebook and answer Tiff's burning question about whether or not she's going to creep the puppies. But I just want to thank everybody for being here today and joining us. I apologize for the technical issues. A huge thank you to Luke for jumping in with the closed captioning. And thanks everybody for joining us. And we will see you next week. And I'm not sure who our guest is yet, but stay tuned on our Facebook page for that announcement, or you can register at pads.ca/tune-in Tuesday. There's hyphens between the tune and the in and the Tuesday. And we'll send you a notification on who you can expect to see next week. Thanks, everybody.